Okay, and if you put a barrier in between, I mean, and there has to be some path, and this is not a popular opinion, it's a Lindsey Graham opinion, which I agree with. There has to be some path to make those who are here illegally legal. It's hard to just, I mean, it's hard and expensive to kick everyone out. And not only that, but we're a country that's built on immigrants. I mean, I don't know, I'm not going to guess what people are in this room, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, we come, if you trace back your heritage, you weren't here first. Okay? So, and once you understand that basic fundamental premise, I think that the negative connotation that goes along with it will kind of go away. That's just my opinion.
What can we do about it? Because we're going legalization, what's it called?
I don't know, some people want to give
everyone citizenship?
And they call it Gramnesty, is what it was called. Lindsey Graham tried to propose some amnesty. I don't know the answer to that. But the cool part about it is, I'm a state legislator. We have federales that can handle that. And that is their job.
That's not your job.
That's not my job. We're trying to make it my job, but it's not. I mean, it's a federal issue. It is a federal issue. And if we're going to deal with it here, we need to deal with the employers that hire illegal immigrants. We don't need to deal with, we have to do something about the individual, that is correct, especially those that commit crimes. However, we have to do something about the stimulus and the genesis to why they're here. Questions?
I have a question. How's Anton Gunn doing?
Anton Gunn is very, very good. Anton was the first person that Barack Obama hired in South Carolina. And he was a member of the House of Representatives with me. We actually ran together in 06. He got beat, but then he won in 08. And he recently resigned and became regional director for HHS. And he has a very, very difficult job because his job is helping to implement Obamacare, or the Affordable Health Care Act, in the 16 southern states. So it's a pretty difficult task.
Was that the only time that you talked to Sherry while she was younger?
No. I've actually talked to Carrie since. I've actually talked to Carrie since. I don't know. I should be here May 1st, though. And I haven't seen Chris Tucker since then, actually. But I have spoken with Carrie since then. And I've been to the White House side like 4 times. And I've been to Joe Biden's house. I was at Joe Biden's house like 2 weeks ago. So.
He'll be here soon. I'm going to hear him speak. The Southeastern Institute for Women, is putting on a program, and he's one of the guest speakers.
He talks a lot. He talks a lot. He's actually, did you know Joe Biden was the poorest senator? He has a very, very interesting, tragic story. He's been in the Senate since, I don't know how long. He was like either the longest serving or one of the longest serving senators. His family died in a car accident a long time ago. He rode the train from Delaware into work every day into DC. I mean, he just has an interesting. He's somebody you probably want to research and learn a lot about. He doesn't drink. You remember they had the beer summit? Because the race thing that happened with Henry Louis Gates and the police officer and Barack and Joe Biden had, well, he drinks O'Doul's. He drinks non-alcoholic.
Have you met Cory Booker?
I talk to Cory Booker often. We've been in the same place, but we've never had a face-to-face. Just Cory's. Have they watched Street Fight?
They haven't. Cory Booker is the mayor of Newark.
That's a tough job. Newark, New Jersey. Being mayor of Newark, New Jersey. Oh my God. And if you want to see somebody use social media, you should follow Cory Booker, because people report on Twitter, like if the light's out, if the trash hasn't been picked up, snow's on the road, and he responds and he helps get them service through Twitter.
Very effective.
Very effective. You got to follow him. He's a cool dude. But there's a movie called Street Fight. He ran against Sharp James, who had been in office for a very, very long period of time, and Cory had to they just tried to destroy him as a candidate, and it was a street fight, and he won. And now he's a very young mayor, very good guy. Cool? No.
Do you have any advice for future Boston?
Yeah, just enjoy spelling. No, Morehouse is cool. You'll be fine. Just don't let the city engulf you. Atlanta's big. Where are you from? Where, Lexington, Irmo? Yeah, Atlanta's big, and that's a lot to do. So just take your time. That's where it goes for anybody in college. Anybody going to Carolina? Yeah, I mean, even when you go to Carolina, it's a big environment. You know, just kind of find yourself, find your niche, get some good friends, and enjoy college. So.
Could you give any advice for the students in here that want to be teachers about Teach for America? I know at one time
we're trying to get Teach for America here.
That.
We're working on it. I actually was going to apply for Teach for America when I took the LSAT because I didn't know how well I was going to do. Teach for America is an awesome program, and you can go teach anywhere in the country. And we've been talking with representatives from Teach for America for a very long period of time about bringing Teach for America here to South Carolina. But it's an awesome opportunity to travel. It's an awesome opportunity to get in some schools and some neighborhoods and just. I mean, there is a huge world outside of Dutch Fork High School. I know you may not believe it, but like outside of like St. Andrews Road and Harbison, I mean, there's a lot. Okay, and you know, you got to travel and you got to see places. And you know, when you like for example, if you want to understand Medicaid, for example, you asked a question about Medicaid. If you want to understand it, then just come with me one day to Bamborough County Hospital. And just see the emergency rooms and people who don't have anywhere else to go. They just have a cough and they've had it for 3 weeks, one of those bad coughs, or a hip ache. And they have to go to the emergency room. You know, that's where they go. Or you want to talk about welfare, or rent subsidies, or just come and let me take you to a school. I mean, you probably have some classmates here that you don't even know about. They go to school with you. They're the only place they get a meal is here. In one day, that's the only place they eat. And that's very real. And those are problems we have to try to handle and deal with. So I know we get caught up in a political debate and start talking about these issues and start castigating people out and like public sector workers. And it's amazing. Like 4 years ago, who was the bad guys? Insurance companies and banks were the bad guys 4 years ago. 8 years ago, it was oil companies. Today, it's workers. I mean, it's amazing how the political climate has completely changed. So in order to be a very good politician, somebody like, I don't like Jim DeMint, okay? I love Lindsey Graham. I would never vote with Lindsey Graham, but I have the utmost respect for his intellect, the way he works. He's a great United States Senator, but he understands people. And he understands, he left Seneca and he'll come to Orangeburg and sit down and listen and talk to people. And that's what it's about. You know, it's not about these tag phrases, it's not about these political fads, but it's like I think the Tea Party is a fad. It's not about fads, it's about substance. Any more questions?
Where were you in Atlanta?
But when?
No, where were you in?
I went to Morehouse. I lived in Atlanta for 4 years. My parents let me move off campus when I was a junior, so I was like 18. It was unbelievable. They also made me pay for my school after I lost my academic scholarship the second time.
I have one more quick question. I know your sister's an internist.
My sister's an internist.
Is she still at the Veterans Hospital?
She still is at the Veterans. My sister's an internist. My brother is a minister and he works for IBM. But my sister works at the Veterans Hospital. She had her own practice and did all that other stuff, but she just did not like the business aspect of practicing medicine. She did not like having to be an HR person and do the payroll and worry about malpractice insurance. So now she goes to our hospital every day and she works. And she tells me that it hurts her heart because it's tragic.